today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Philadelphia Eagles taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The first and down, what will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
Herbert now. On the screen, this is Ekeler. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Herbert, 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A gain of 9.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
He's across midfield.
Demario Davis there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's into the hands of Ekeler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there. First down.
First down, Chargers.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 39-yard line.
On second down, here's Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup, it's second and inches.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Brings up second and goal.
On second down, Eckler, and he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
3-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Good for an Eagle.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. run this with a tight end. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Intended for...
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 bad here when you're early going into the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
1st down.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tupperware being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Intended for Jamison Crowder. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. Sanders has it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
The 42-yard line.
49, I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a play fake. Brady. That's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The carry.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's second and 8.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Slay on the coverage.
Going to throw on third down. We got it out on the left side. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Herbert hooking up with Henry that time for the Charger first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First down, Chargers.
3-3, a tight one. Tight one after one on EA Sports.
3-3.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Herbert throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Unfortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Space to maneuver at the 40. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Brady's throw there complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A shotgun give to Fournette. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. He's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 22-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Fournette. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 18-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
49 to Mike, 149. No chance.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, so that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here we go. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Check 56. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go, D.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1 yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Right there, 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Shotgun now for Brady. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Operating from the gun. Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
The Chargers first down.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. He'll get this to Eckler, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Flush to his right, going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Brady to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Brady again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Brady. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So this drive spans 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Herbert's pass.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, here I come, here I come, here I come.
Another run with Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
High throw, but he makes the catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out. He creates mismatches with his size. Receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the fake punt unsuccessful. It was 4th and 1. Charles, what do you make of the call?
I'm not against them going for it there. In fact, I would have thought they just leave the offense out there and go for it on 4th and 1. Leave your experts on the field. That's what they do. That's what they do best. Sometimes I think coaches get a little too cute, and sometimes they outguess themselves.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From midfield, here's Brady. going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he's going to be met at the... Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd and goal, Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And his kick is right through. A drive that time of 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Down Chargers.
On 1st and 10, Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady, and the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will slow by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No problem as they're able to convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
The Chargers first down.
Yo. Mike's 54.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought, gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as as a result, the drive continues.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's second down and 10.
Brady will try again on second down. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Third and 4.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Alshon.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
41. Chargers 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
They were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Herbert, he'll find Williams on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Mike Williams.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
6-man. Check curls.
Operating from the gun. Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. This pass finds its way to Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second at the Eagles' 28-yard line.
To the air again, Herbert. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Intended for Austin Eckler.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, Herbert. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 28, the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise. Gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season?
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The Chargers 17.
From the 17, Brady. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game.
And the Eagles are in for 6. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And his kick is good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
The 31-yard line.
54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming.
From the gun, Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Allen's got it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pick.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you
Him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Gain of 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Herbert back to the air, and he's got his man on the out route. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I'm here all day. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Daddy.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Try to punch it in with Eckler. No dice this down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Leonard
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it's second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and they haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Check 26, check 23.
Throwing on first down for Jeffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 39 yards. And this offense is running away with this one, as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott to kick it away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Henry.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Herbert right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Los Angeles.
53, check 53. They can't hang with that.
Operating from the gun, Herbert, and he's going to find that man yet again, Keenan Allen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, Herbert, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got him at 5 now at the 24. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
Patrick Onwuasor on the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 15-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. That's into the hands of Eckler. He'll take it down to the 7-yard line.
Chargers.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really did. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Sometimes you need a focus, one that keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the speakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change, I like your respect. You're the more than
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
And they will take a knee here.
Alabama, 380. 3 buzz. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll indeed take a knee. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Hey, Ted, down 80. Down 80.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.